When you're ready, Cam.
So it's going to be the Storm to kick off.
When you're ready, Cam.
Months of pre-season training all done and dusted now as we get this trial game underway. Round 2 of the NRL pre-season clash. And straight away, Nickel Crookstart under pressure to take that one. Good kick-off by Munster. Good to welcome back the former Raider back home as we see Barnett. Going to be interesting to see how the Warriors use him this season. He's a very experienced back rower as well, playing up the middle in this game today. Here's for Noah Blake. Up towards the 10-metre line now in the Warriors' territory. Egan. Good hard run there coming in from New Cordet. A great pick-up for club play juniors back here in the day as well. New Cordet as Harris gets over the halfway line to complete the Warriors' first set as Johnson hoists high. Plenty of height on that one too. And it's taken by fullback Nick Meaney for the Storm. And good chase too from the Warriors. Late offload. And here's Smith looking to make meters for the Melbourne Storm. In fact, that was Xavier Coates. A late change sees Coates starting in this game ahead of Grant Anderson, who's back to the interchange. A couple of late changes too for the Storm. We've got Josh King starting at lock, wearing 15 in this game. As Katoa handles that good, strong carry. There he is, King. Barnett, good pickup for the Warriors this season. Very experienced player. Now Hughes, off he goes up towards the halfway line. Good defensive set from the Warriors. Grant looks for a bit of pasture. Nicole Crookstart is down there for the Warriors. And now here is Montoya, who made a great start last week, honey.
Oh, he was strong last week, and you know, just these opening sets from both teams, nice, clean and tidy. Keeping it simple, working through there. Oh, first penalty on the board.
Yeah, conceded by Trent Loiero. It's a bit high there on Watani Zalesnia. Young back rows come through the Storm system. And he's looking to take the place of Kelly Bromwich at Johnson. Has he mistouched now? Has that gone forward? All sorts of things happening here. In the end, it's play on. And here comes Coates again, up towards the halfway line. An error there from Johnson.
I'll tell you what, that was great work from the winger to get that ball back in. Jumped at it, threw it back in. Storm back in position here.
Mistake from Sean Johnson. They did brilliantly to keep it in the field of play there as Coates returned the football. As Asafa Solomona looking for a fast play the ball. There goes Grant. Munster's got his hands on it. Well, there's a slight handling error there from Josh King. So the Warriors not really punished for that kicking error from Johnson.
Well, you could see the intent there from the Storm. They tried to speed up the ruck. An unforced error coming into play there. But as we know, these players, they're just starting to find their feet. For many of them, their first opening game of this 2023 NRL season.
All heads in, guys. Heads in. Tuck in here, lads.
So a couple of errors to start the game.
Block off, Christian. Thanks, mate. Nelson, come on. It's too hot to repack these all day. Let's just get it right once, boys. It's too hot for this. Heads in, please. Christian, work with me.
Big pickups for the Warriors, remember,
Christian,
in the off-season. Nickel Crookstart, Nick Cordet, Barnett, all shaped as very key players for 2023. And here's Watani Zalesniak. Didn't play the All-Stars game last week. He's had it stolen. Munster, who we know is a one-on-one stealing specialist, has got it.
Go one.
So the Storm get it back again. Katoa getting between a couple of players there. Good run by the back rower. Grants. And now Welch ruptured his Achilles in the round 1 clash against the Tigers last year. Long recovery for Christian Welch. We know how good he is, how reliable he is. Hughes, Meaney. Now the Storm are only 5 metres out.
1 foot on the line.
Warriors slow to play the ball down nicely as Loiero plays it to Grant. Hughes, that's Munster. And now Meaney up from fullback. No Pappenhausen today, remember Nick Meaney, a very reliable, dependable player. Grant. Last play now for the Storm. Here's Hughes looking to cook something up. Nicole Crookstart in good position. And he's got it for the Warriors.
Oh, that's a lovely tidy up ball there from Sean's Nickel Klukstad. But also just the strip from Munster. It's impressive play. They transition so quickly into attack. And the Warriors are forced against their line, but now opportunity here for them to get through the middle and get down into a good ball zone.
Jackson Ford it is. Scored a try against the Tigers in this pre-season challenge competition. Egan waits patiently at dummy half. Here comes Montoya. 3 tries in that first match last week against the Tigers. Here's Nickel Klukstad. Again, appeals for a high shot there. This time they go unanswered. And Johnson inside the 40. And here is Warbrick, the former New Zealand Sevens player who went to the Tokyo Olympics. Big lad, isn't he, honey?
Oh, he's so athletic. So, you know, he's got a lot to offer this game. I'm excited to see what he can do in space.
He's got a big chance to stamp his authority on this Storm setup now. His coach, you know how good he has been over the last couple of years. Here's Loiero. 5 metres inside his own half for Norblake making the tackle. Grant, and here's Asafa Solomona, skips into the tackle and back goes Barnett. Now, it won't be the first time we see a play go backwards this season when the big nasty carries it. Here's Welsh.
Oh, you love to see it, don't you? When the two big boys come together. That's one for Nelson.
There goes Hughes' kick. That's a great catch. He's into the sun, taken in the air penalty to the Warriors. Really just getting his timing wrong there.
It's great to see Sean's back in the Warriors jersey and such a reliable out the back, in such a high demand position. Positions himself well. He had good timing on that. On that attempt to get up here, you see, great timing, eyes on the ball the whole time. Forces penalty for the Warriors.
Not much in that one, but we welcome Monty Beetham, who's sidelined today. First 7 minutes, Monty, what have you made of it?
Oh, it's been a frantic start. You'd expect that from a round 1 game, not a trial match, but I tell you what, the conditions are perfect, and that's why you've seen the ball being thrown around. You've seen the collisions at its absolute best. 29 degrees as we speak, the slight wind behind the Warriors back right now, and boy, have we got a game on our hands.
Press that, you still got your jacket on too, Monty. Here's Harris. Harris over the halfway, just slightly getting the time in the pass wrong as Egan. Klukstad again getting, I wonder about those sprigs. That's the second time he slipped over. Johnson evades the tackle nicely there, Sean Johnson. And a kick, Justin Snow's landed on the line. They're going to come back, so Johnson's kicking game. Just a couple of errors in the first 8 minutes. He won't be happy with that, honey.
No, he's going to need to tidy that up. There wasn't a lot of pressure on him. It's early in the tackle count.
Katoa. Smith, of course, he had his injury problems last year too. Torn a pec. And round 9 against the Dragons. Didn't see him again. Real blow too, because he was probably in shape for the Kiwis too at the World Cup last year too. Here goes Grant. And now this is Josh King. The late offload has Grant running again. Grant, tough man, good tackle from Johnson. But some nice second phase play there from the Storm. Take them down to the 30, and they've got a fresh set as well as Munster handles it here for Asafa Solomona. So defence coming up here for the Warriors as Welsh. Hit hard again by Adam Fanua-Blake. Hughes for the Storm. Oh, simple drop ball there from Nelson Asafa Solomona. Oh, here is hampering both teams at the moment.
Yeah, well, Monty mentioned it has been quite frantic, and you see passes being forced, and Nelson here just slightly takes his eyes off the ball. He sees the likes of Marata Nuakure lining him up there. But the Storm, they've had the bulk of the possession and territory this opening 10 minutes of the half. Warriors need to work hard to get out of their half, get some yardage going, get down into their good ball zone.
Well, you wouldn't understand up there with the benefit of air conditioning up there in your box, commentary box, is that there's a lot of sweat on the ball. Humidity is still reasonably high, and I think that was the difference as well, under some fatigue for Nelson.
Yeah, interesting as Jackson Ford skips through a couple of tackles. Completion rates for both teams quite low at the moment. The Warriors only completing 50%. Storm 63. Here's Harris off the little inside ball from Sean Johnson. Egan. Now Ronald Volkman. Comfortably handled there by Katoa and Harry Grant. Here's Egan again. For Blake. Now Johnson. Nice little cutback run by Nikore. Last play now for the Warriors. Still 30 metres out. As Johnson tries to measure that one. Meany. And he's inside, is in goal. So back to the 20. They come again. Now neither team really having a real good crack at inside the red zone just yet, honey. Either.
Yeah, the 5th tackle options there. Really needing to put some pressure up on that kick, try and get some repeat sets. But again, it's just these opening exchanges, the physicality's there, the grinders in there. And as we know, this is the first game up for many of these senior players, so the lungs will be starting to feel it as well.
Katoa with his hands on the ball again. Grant, milking, looking, sniping as Hughes. Good chase, good tackle there from Mitch Barnett. Barnett, a very experienced player. 130 games under his belt in the NRL for the Storm and the Raiders. Oh, there's a little drop ball there, and King's dropped it. Another little handling error there by Josh King, and again, the Storm can't get to their kick.
Middle scrum. Keep working with us, lads. Let's work in 20 seconds.
We've seen earlier defensive efforts coming in from the Warriors. Tohu and the likes of Marata Neokuri really teaming up, adding numbers, winning that contact and collision area, getting into that wrestle. As we know, they had Kaikara France come into the camp during pre-season and work on that wrestle, so it seems to be paying off for them at the moment.
Kore.
Come up now!
Very aggressive ball runner, as we see Montoya. And now here's Ford again with a bit of space. Line speed on defence from the Storm. Just a little sluggish on that play.
Hold Jackson, you're milking, go to.
Here's Egan. Now Barnett. Nor Blake Johnson. Nicole clock start. And now Vailia. Now he's lost it as well. There might have been knock-ons both ways there. Williami Vailia.
Well, we're seeing small snippets of the intention of how the Warriors are wanting to play. A couple of backdoor plays there with the high numbers involved as Johnson wraps around, but again, there's some handling errors still coming into play for the likes of Vailia.
Vailia getting another chance today. Adam Pompey originally named in the centres for the Warriors for this game, but in the end not playing today.
Ellie, thanks. Clock off, wait, chance.
Again, the Storm.
Stay in!
Opportunity to move off their line.
Jackson, move! He's 10, come, go one.
Tackle by Ford. Here's Katoa. Must be very active in these first 13 minutes. Effective ball runner he is. Can he keep it going the whole 80 minutes? Smith.
Up together! Hold, go three.
It's Grant. Nice wide pass out to King. Munster. Luero.
Get up there, Marata!
Again, the Warriors drifted well. They've tackled well so far in this game. It's a good, hard charging run into the line from Asifa Solomona once more.
Nothing late, wait.
Munster with the kick. Martinez Lesniak looking for Nicole Cookstar. Good catch. Such a reliable player, honey. A wonderful pickup for the Warriors this season.
Yeah, look at what he does. He just times it perfectly. It's great positioning out the back, but also a real good trait of his is his communication. He organises the defence really well so that he can be in position to really diffuse some of those big bombs.
Johnson wins the penalty there. That was interesting from Sean Johnson there, taking a little dab from dummy half. We saw very little of that last year. More intent maybe to run the ball.
That's great signs for the club when you see that Sean Johnson's getting out and doing that. We know what sort of a dangerous runner he is in broken field play, and that time out of dummy half, he's wanting to put his foot down, have a stamp on the game, and that's what you want from your marquee players.
And he's found touch with the kick, honey.
Well, it's signs of what we might be seeing, how Webby wants to the boys to play a lot more ball movement, a lot more running game in them as individuals, because we know that that's where he is a big threat with his footwork.
Here's Nikuri.
Nelson, get up! 6 more! Working hard!
Fresh set for the Warriors.
Slow tackle, hold, 0.
There's Johnson. Funua Blake. A very even game, hasn't it? Really, errors have been the feature of the game so far. Get the feeling. Oh boy, and there we go again. Get the feeling, honey, the first team that can tidy up the little things at the moment is the one that's going to start to move away.
Yeah, well, we talk about coach killers, and we've probably seen a fair chunk of that in this opening 15 minutes. You see the completion rates there not looking so great for either team, and there's simple areas that they can tidy up, and especially coming in from some of these senior players, of time for the likes of Tohu and Munster to really pull the boys together. So settle down now.
I think Adam wanted a challenge when he had to play the ball. He thought there was boot to ball there. It's really hard to see from them, but that's what he wanted from Tohu. Tohu not willing to challenge that decision from the referee.
There's no challenge as Xavier Coates takes the first carry.
Hold, Sean! Release! Hold, hold! Go one.
Tonu Maipia, to see him back playing rugby league as well. Experienced player now, getting his opportunity. No Justin Mullen today.
Tohu, stand!
King gives it to Welsh.
Murata, wait!
Well handled.
Wait, hold, go for.
Nikuri finishing off. There's Asafa Solomona running straight at Sean Johnson. There's Munster. Again it goes to ground, and it's another messy set. Can you believe this? When are these two teams going to tidy it all up?
Rock on all up. Middle scrum.
Monty, well, I'm sure you can recall games like this where it's just all a bit ugly at certain points during your career. What do you reckon they should be doing, these two teams, to tidy it up?
Well, when you see a legend like that, Cam Munster visibly disappointed. There is some frustration out there. As we said, these conditions are perfect for a great game of running football. Sometimes you're forcing the pass, the issue. You're meaning the best of intentions, but it's not quite on. But that was poor execution from him. One of the best halves in the world, as we said last year, Daly M player. Wonderful talent.
Here's Vailea. We're in Christchurch. Hope you're enjoying the match so far. Not too much in terms of scintillating action just yet. Maybe it's all coming on this glorious Sunday afternoon. Big crowd in here too in the stadium now as we see Barnett. The team's wrestling very well in the tackle, aren't they? There's been no real fast play with balls in the game so far. That one was a little quicker as we see Funua Blake try and roll off Egan, but the Storm tackled so well close to the ruck. And then they've slowed him right down there. Good defence by the Storm. There's Voltman with the kick. And Mini, good chase by the Warriors. So the set starting inside the 10. There's Warbrick. Big lad, isn't he? Tokyo Olympian, of course, for the All Black Sevens team. Switching at the start of 2022 over to the Storm. There goes Grant, trying to pinch some cheap meters from dummy half. Didn't really get many. In fact, he's lost it. That was great tackling by Ford and Egan. They were wide in there.
It is great defence from the Warriors. You could see their intention. They're working on their line speed, getting up, adding numbers, but also spoke to Craig Bellamy before this, and the biggest work on from their loss last week was around ball control. He will not be happy with this opening 20 minutes of his boys and some of these real arm forced errors.
Yeah, both of them, all of them are looking at the referee saying, hey, come in there and stripped it out of my hands a little bit. They're not game enough to challenge it, are they?
We're talking about international players, players of origin standards as well. Tell you what, though, the collisions, and the speed and intensity of the defensive line from both teams has made a difference.
I tell you what we're going to get now, fingers crossed if the Warriors get through their set, is they're going to be on the line here of the Storm. The first time in the game, these first 20 minutes. Let's see if they can execute here, the Warriors. There's Harris. 15 metres out. Here's Egan. This is Barnett. Nothing too ambitious from the Warriors rep. Remember, they had that set restart. So they can take a few more carries here to set things up. Johnson. A little indecisive. Good clock start was there. Johnson took the tackle in the end as Harris at first receiver. Here's Bernard Blake. Here's Egan now. Johnson, good quick hands, but Nikore has dropped it. Tough one for him to catch, and here's McMeany with the ball.
Oh, that's a disappointing set. It's their first real opportunity in good ball zone. They look really unorganised, no shape set up. Unfortunate, really need the likes of Johnson and Bogman to step up and get the boys organised.
Coates, Hughes. This is where the Storm can be really dangerous. Coming out off their own goal line, cut door it is. No line breaks in the game so far. So Aaron Pennant is on there now, the former Warriors player from last year, back at his club of origin. Grant, that's Munster. And now Loiero almost getting through the tackle there by Leo, but he got him just. There's Munster. Now the Storm have got a bit more of a roll on, haven't they? Is Hughes. One of the better sets in the game so far. Now we have Munster with the kick. He's going for Marcelo Montoya. And Montoya's there. Good safe hands by the winger.
Oh, that's a great set from the Storm. You think they worked themselves all the way out from their own try line, their own opposition red zone, all the way up, gaining 90 metres on that one set. That's exactly what they want to see.
Look at Cook start. 15 minutes out, but so far the Warriors have been good on their line and bringing it out of their red zone, and they're doing pretty well here. Some good aggressive carries. Anthony Zalesniak trying to milk for a penalty. Here's Barnett. Egan gives it to Sean Johnson. Goes for the midfield bomb option this time as Meany is down to take it. And Hughes back there. And now here comes Warbrick. Warbrick with a bit of front foot running ball. He shrugged off a couple of tackles. Here's the big winger. Born in Kawerau. Here's Warbrick. Oh, here's another Kiwi, Remus Smith. Storm just starting to look like they're cranking it up a little bit now as Alec McDonald is out there. Number 25 for the Storm. This is King. Curran 2 for the Warriors. First taste of action for him in this game. Munster to the line. Here's Hughes. Still not quite clicking as we see Warbrick getting rid of Montoya. Storm starting to flex their muscles, looking much better now are the visitors. Here's Grant with the kick. Good kick too. And Nickel Cookstart takes it dead. And the two sets back-to-back there from the Storm have been top shelf.
First repeat set also for the Storm, but also the multiple touches coming in from the likes of Will Warbrick, really seeing what he can do. His athleticism is impressive, but also just on the kick return options, they decided to shift wide and they just look a lot more comfortable. They're starting to really turn the screws and pick up the momentum.
The Warriors under the pump at the moment. Johnson using as many seconds as he can up on that goal line dropout shot clock as Aaron Pennant. Whoa, what a shot there! That's a beauty from Nikore.
Tell you what, the crowd love that. Big man, big body. We know he's playing on an edge. Big tackler for the Parramatta Eels last year. But look at that shot. He just throws himself out, everything in there. Pretty much all on his lonesome. Comes up with the change of position for his side. Big play from a big man.
Everyone's here.
And those are the effort plays that really make a difference, honey. You know, that's a momentum killer for the Storm right there.
100%, one of our marquee signings on the off-season. So good to see him back in the Warriors.
He's away, he's going to score!
Oh, well, you blink and you miss that one because he has out-and-out space. And how good is it to see the likes of Dylan light up this crowd here in Otautahi, Christchurch. How good from Dylan. You didn't even see it coming. You wouldn't have expected it because the Storm had all the momentum leading up to this. But you see the little quick play here straight off. They're too slow to break off the scrum. He docks off Nick Meaney and he is away. Long-range try. How good to see those kills out the back.
Well, I'm still coming to terms with the big hit, and then he goes and does this almost immediately. The line, the thought of no self-preservation, strong, hard, direct, and he knew when he got through that those locks were just going to go in that win.
Well, 9 tries for the Warriors last year in the NRL. Dylan Watene-Zelezniak, and how about that, honey, too? We talked about those 2 brilliant sets from the Storm, and they have it's 4 points down on the scoreboard all of a sudden. But it's the little moments. I touched on that. Little moments, so critical. Dylan Watene-Zelezniak with the try. 9 tries last year in 18 games.
We're getting a good result across the board. I was probably a bit generic early on in my 10-metre comms. So I think I've improved there, sure.
Perfect time for them to score. Pretty much against the run of play. A bit of mental resilience shown there by the Warriors too. Those 2 sets from the Storm were excellent, but the Warriors held their line, forced the error, and then capitalised. Took their opportunity from the scrum. I'm surprised Craig Bellamy, who's in the little booth right next to us here. I'm surprised we haven't heard him through the wall yet. He'll be really disappointed with that defence from the scrum. As we see Johnson add the extra. 6 points to 0. 27 minutes gone.
The Warriors have set the better on 10 than Melbourne, correct?
Interesting to see how the players' fitness levels are through this game. Most of these players well experienced playing in hot Australian conditions, it must be said, honey. So they should be fine with it. The temperature in the high 20s today.
Time to run.
You can see some changes will start to come into play for both sides because it is hot out there.
Nicely taken by forward. Tell you what, he's been impressive in the game in a bit that he's played in the Warriors jumper.
Yeah, look, I thought he was excellent last week, and it probably showed in terms of him getting that starting jersey in the back row for the Warriors over the likes of Josh Curran. Bit of a surprise, but he's doing a great job out there today.
Some competitive spots in that back row, of course, with Bailey Siren and another one still at the club. Others as well. Barnett, Harris, but they're going to be used primarily as middle players, it seems, this season, as we see Johnson. Not as much depth on that one, but it's high. Taken beautifully by Xavier Coates. Coates playing with 20 on his back today. Here's Tonu Maipia.
Mitch, move! He's 10. Behind the line. Go to
Meaney.
Jackson, get out!
Ryan Pappenhausen today, of course. Looks like he's still going to be some time before we get to see him again. Hopefully he continues his recovery from that knee injury. Munster. Here's Loiero. Good pace, but well handled there by Curran and Johnson. Keeping it on the short side is Munster. There's a collision off the ball there. Awkwardly bouncing ball. Still the last there as Hughes picks it over for Warbrook. And Williami's got him wrapped up. It's a little messy again, but referee playing advantage, going back to an infringement on the other side of the field.
Dallin, it's your escort.
Yeah, I think it's on Dallin. There was a lot of debate out on that far edge. We're going to have a look at this.
Shorty. Captain's challenge from the Warriors. They're challenging
Yeah.
the ruling of escort.
It's like
The captain's on the
Dallin
other side of the field. That's why
escorting,
the
but
challenge.
is he even in a position to really take that?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think his eyes were on the ball.
It's in their hands now, guys. Okay, we've got the
That's a
challenge.
key part.
Thanks,
Have a look at it.
All the Melbourne kick chasers are on side. We're just looking if there is any escort run by Dallin Watene-Selesniak.
It's in their hands, Dallin. On it.
Those are up.
Dallin Watene-Selesniak is running towards the ball. There is no escort run. The challenge by New Zealand is successful.
Okay. Still got a
Interesting.
last tackle changeover.
I think the compelling evidence
Thanks,
there
mate.
was
It'll be
actually
your
a little
ball
up
over
to his
there.
legs. He's looking at the
We'll get no
ball the
tackle
whole
staying
time.
over there. Changeover. Let us know when it's gone through the board.
The crowd like that one too, team.
Did.
Changeover.
Good decision, I think, Monty. So they're going to come back to where Warbrick was tackled on the 6th play, and the Warriors are going to get
Just
possession.
there, guys.
Bella Walker on now as well. Geez, a host of talent and
Where he goes, 2 markers, no
very good
tackles,
players been across
changeover.
many clubs. I think some of the team meetings you've been a part of and just hearing him speak, he really does know the great game of rugby league.
He's going to be a key player, isn't he? That number 14 position this season. Hugely experienced centre, of course, for Souths and Manly. And now Montoya.
Let him up there. Left shoulder, hold here. Hold, Harry. Go on.
There he is, Walker.
Harry, get up. Here we are. Hold
First
middle.
touch of
Wait.
the ball as a Warrior. Okoye, just so good hitting the line hard, isn't he?
Get up, Harry. Here we are. Left shoulder, wait middle. Hold here.
Already deserved a spot in the Kiwis last year as well, as we see Barnett head up towards the halfway line. So good intent in these
Let him up
runs
there.
here, and
we are.
excellent post-contact
Hold,
meters
go forward.
made by Barnett. Here's Nickel Krukstad trying to shrug out of tackles again,
Let him up now.
and he's lost it.
He said, hold.
There's a steal again. They're the best at it. Melbourne Storm is not Munster, it's another player in there. One thing to think about holding possession, but another. You've got them in tandem working together.
Play the ball. Tackle
It's
2,
Jordan
play.
Grant with that last
Go 2, no tackles.
steal, and as we see Penne up towards the halfway line.
Stand, Josh. Ronald. Hold.
Those completion rates still fairly low, aren't they? Warriors 57, Storm 53. Here's McDonald's. Referee's happy with that one from Barnett. And here's Hughes. Another challenging kick here for Montoya, but he's got it. And so far, these takes, honey, have been spot on.
Oh, the back three have been really impressive, really working hard. They're using them to get out of the red zone. But again, another forced
Ready on the scrum.
error there from Montoya after such
Yeah, that just
good
looked like
effort.
kind of a little bit sloppy there from Montoya that time, Monty.
Oh, absolutely. Did the hard work. He got up nice and high, very athletic. All the hard work is done. You come down, you've secured possession for your team. You've got to hold on to that ball and play it. Onus on you. Is there a hand? No, there wasn't. It was just a sloppy carry. He'd be disappointed with that himself.
A big chance here for the Storm. Full set of 6, 12 metres out, centre field. Well, it's a good test for Andrew Webster and the coaching staff here. Let's see if this Warriors team can defend this.
Ball in, stay in. Break.
A lot of time spent on defence, of course. Let's see how they handle it. And we got the Storm now, 5 metres out.
Locked in, Milky.
Cam Munster. Here goes Grant. Johnson leapt off the line that time. Loiero's lost it. And Curran's picked it up. Well, well, well. And the penalty goes to the Warriors as well.
That's some promising signs, Glenn. You mentioned when the boys have been under the pump, the Warriors, how do they respond? been asked a few questions of their resilience, and they've, on each occasion, responded really well indeed. This time, Sean Johnson coming up with a big one-on-one tackle. Ball coming loose, and now they work the ball out of their end.
4 penalties it is to the Warriors now, none to the Storm. Another stack going in the Warriors' favour there as we see Walker with his second carry. Very versatile player as we see Egan. There's Nikori again. One experienced player up the middle as well now. Started 10 times at lock last year for the Eels. There's Volkman. Ooh. Well, I tell you, wasn't buying the dummy, and that was Katoa.
He's been strong for the Storm. Really big defensive efforts out on his edge here.
Egan. Nice little dab there by the hooker. Williami playing dummy half there as Walker gives it to Johnson. Nickel Clockstar. Wataniza Lesniak has lost it, but again, the fluency not quite there from the Warriors.
You see the backdoor plays coming in, trying to play flat at the line. Couple of players down and back play there. I think it's Dylan Walker actually. Did take a bit of a late hit, but play goes on. We're just not willing to look at it.
Yeah, it's one thing having shape, but there's an execution of pass, making sure it's in the right area to really take advantage of the pass and being in that space. That time Xavier Coates did really well to read that. Ball behind him. Tino what? Alan Martins and Lesniak wasn't enough.
Warbrick with the first carry for the Storm. Curran in there making the tackle for the Warriors. Number 15-2 is the tackle coming in from Walker. Here's Pena. He's getting past tackle of Ford. Caught in. And Walker. Tackle Grant on the halfway line. There goes the kick from Jerome Hughes. Toya right into the sun. Takes it confidently. Nice little ball to Nicole Cookstart. Volkman. Here's Montoya now carrying. Good combination between the ringer and the fullback on that occasion. Ruck speed a little bit quicker now for the Warriors as we see Williami. He's lost it, and now it's back in the Storm's hands. Here's Smith. Ball handling continues to play both teams here. There's Grant. Munster. There's Tonu Maitia. Good tackle there by Williami Vailia for the Warriors. Young centre again getting an opportunity as Coates gets those big strides going again, but he's not going too far. Some keen defence coming in these last 5 minutes of the first half. Munster almost squeezing between two players. Ford just got him. Here's Hughes. And it's Katoa getting close. But again, the defence is rock solid. Slow play the ball too for the Storm as we see Katoa finally playing it to Grant. Oh, it's clever from Harry Grant. He's got a fresh set.
Touch. Hold. Go. Tackle one.
So the Storm have got it, and they're only 10 metres out again. Loiero, the hard-working back rower.
Hold the line. Milking. Dylan, don't come up with the ball. Go.
Grant waits that dummy half. No space for him on that short side. Johnson's got him wrapped up.
Release. Hold. Go through.
Tonu Maitia at dummy half. Here comes the Storm again. This is Jordan Grant.
Wait. Release. Hold the line. Go for it.
Harry Grant. Now Munster. Hughes has it now. And Meany skips through a couple of tackles. It's still there for Meany, but the Warriors are there in numbers. And here's the last play for the Storm. Here's Warbrick at dummy half. Hughes has got to get this one right on the money. Johnson's up. Who's got it? Storm still has it through Munster. And Munster stretches out and he scores the try. Boy, that's a hard-earned 4 points for the Melbourne Storm, but they're finally on the board.
Thanks, mate. They're going to review that.
Well, it was a hard-earned try from the Storm, but you could feel it coming with the likes of Hughes puts up a perfect kick. Munster goes up for it, throws the dummy, everyone falls for it, slips under the tackle of Dylan Walker. And it's a good way for the Storm to get on the board as they close out this first half.
How many times have we seen that? Hughes to Munster. Munster scores a try. Plenty of Warriors in the picture. We just saw there's a little bit of obstruction perhaps there from Tunamoipia. But when you think about having their fair share of possession and back-to-back sets on the opposition line, it's not going to be long before the class of Munster, the class of Grant, and also Jerome Hughes just really show what they're capable of. Not the prettiest try that he scored, but it's one that his team is much in need of.
Tunamoipia just hanging around there, but not doing enough to have the try scrubbed out. So Munster gets the score, and here's Nick Meaney. Kicked at 71% last year. Actually, they're still waiting for the try to be confirmed. Interesting.
We're reviewing a potential obstruction.
Okay, so that Tunamoipia obstruction which you picked up, Monty, is going to get examined by the bunker.
We've cleared the Melbourne kick chase. Cameron Munster catches the ball and then goes behind young Tunamoipia. This affects the the New Zealand Warriors players' ability to make a tackle.
That'll be no try, Glenn, surely.
We have a decision for obstruction.
Yeah, it is no try, Monty.
Just go on
so
the
it's
board,
been scrubbed out.
explain it this way, yeah. So they've ruled obstruction there. He can't be in front of the ball carrier.
Yeah, it's good to have the bunker come in and clear that up.
Penalty here.
Definitely blocked. Likes of Vailea, Huneni attempt to really defuse that situation. So, yeah, we're back to 6-0.
That's a big call there. At a vital time of the game too, just before half-time. That's an excellent touch finder there from Johnson too. Almost 40 metres. Here's Vailea, keen as mustard to get going again. Love his enthusiasm. I think he's going to be a really interesting watch this year. Number 4 for the Warriors, Vailea. Curran.
Stand there. Hold, Harry. Hold. Go 2. Good work.
Egan.
Tackle 2.
Walker is forward, skipping through that tackle there of Remus Smith. Oh, he's lost it. Oh, we've disappointed there, Jackson Ford, the signing from the Dragons.
Well, he did everything right, Glenn. It happened right down in front of me. The speed, the line he chose, everything in terms of the intent to get up and play the ball fast for his team, but he didn't hold on to the ball. There was a little bit of a hand in there from Jerome Hughes, but still the onus has got to be on you to hold that. See the look in his eye. He's disappointed, honey.
Just those 1%ers really needing to tie him, to really tidy up. Sure, there'll be lots of messages coming from both Webby and Bellamy come half-time.
So here's the Storm. Still with a minute 40 left, minute 30 now. Loiero it was. And now this is Garlick hit hard. Bronson Garlick played at hooker last week for the Storm against the Roosters. It's Harry Grant to Jordan Grant. Now Hughes. Here's Katoa once more.
Jackson, get up! 6 more, slow, Jackson!
Last, well, fresh set here for the Storm. Here's McDonald. Last minute of the first half. So the pressure still coming here for the Warriors defence. Always hard to defend when fatigue's in close to the break. Let's see if they can repel the challenge from the Storm. Good hands here from Meaney. Tunamoipia taken by Vailea. Good one-on-one tackle. But here goes Coates. He'll have a crack at the line.
Release chance. Barada square. Untangle.
Coates. And now Munster. Looking to weave something for Hughes. There's a gap there. He didn't take it. Katoa.
Last tackle, Adam.
So last play now for the Storm. Can the Warriors keep the Storm tryless in the first half? And they've got it just. Dylan Walker, a little fortuitous with the bounce there. The ricochet off that defending player.
Stand. 14.
But you take your luck, honey, don't you?
Oh, no, wait. Oh, go to.
Volkman at dummy half. Here's Montoya.
3.
And they have kept the Storm scoreless in the first half. So defensively very good. Just the one try in the first 40 minutes here in Christchurch to Dallin Watene-Zelezniak off that scrum feed. And that was converted by Sean Johnson. It's halftime here at Christchurch. The Warriors leading by 6 points to 0. Referee Ziggy Shaklaska-Adamski all set for the second half.
Stay behind.
It's going to be Volkman to get things underway here in Christchurch. The last 40 minutes as we see Alec McDonald, the 21-year-old Auckland-born player, bring the ball back. Now Jordan Grant.
Way, get up, at it, all the way. Hold.
I guess if there's one thing they want to execute better in the second half, it's going to start at the real basics of the game, and it's catching the ball and holding it.
Yeah, ball control would have been the first on Craig Bellamy and Webby's list come the halftime messages. Both teams probably really struggling to find any genuine rhythm in their attack, but defensively, both teams have had a fairly good outing in this first half.
Ed Corsi out there,
Hold square.
kicking a little bit early. He was caught on the hop just a little bit, was Corsi. Kept in field there by
Release. Go to.
Chance Nicole Klokstad. That was brilliantly done. That last bounce got awkward on him.
Cameron, get up.
Superman.
Middles, hold. Wait.
Brilliantly. Just those little things he does so well as Curran. Comfortably handled that time by Lewis and by Munster.
Hold. Go for it.
Here's Johnson. That was touched and that player's offside. So it's a penalty to the Warriors.
Yeah, early penalty here.
Change of possession, you can't go quick.
To start the second half, and the scores probably a bit being a reflection, a lot of pressure, I suppose, on these senior players as they come into what we see as a trial match, and the high error rate that we've been seeing in this first half is definitely an area they'll be wanting to tidy up.
So Monty Corsi has come on for Montoya in the second half, it looks like, right?
Absolutely. You see Ed Corsi come on right now, and geez, he's a big human to be bringing on. You mentioned energy. I think energy is going to be what most players are zapped or don't have at the moment. 40 minutes to go is going to be 2 lots of 20 minutes. But what you can do in each 20, and more particularly the start of the second half, is going to be crucial.
I love the timing of the passing there from Walker and from Johnson. That was good work. Good play the ball, speed too, as we see Walker handling again. Johnson. And that's come forward off. Another Melbourne Storm player who's out there. It's Dean Yeremia who's out there now. Oh. Well, that's interesting. The referee ruling the first knock-on actually came from the Warriors.
Knock on New Zealand Warriors, second knock on Melbourne. New Zealand are challenging that call.
Oh, I reckon the Warriors are doing the right thing here by looking at that replay. Honey, what do you reckon?
Yeah, Sean got straight to his feet.
First one against you.
Straight
The Warriors,
to the referee.
Charles Colseb takes possession. The ball is then touched and knocked on by Melbourne.
From Edemir
The challenge
there.
by the Warriors is successful.
Yeah, good call
Challenge by
from
the
Sean
Warriors
Johnson.
is successful.
And that was senior bunker official today, review official Matt Noyen. He's under control in the bunker today. So a second successful challenge for the Warriors in the game.
And a really good opportunity for them. Midfield scrum here. You see them split. Likes of Shans Knuckle-Klokstad come up in the line. Let's see what they can do. You saw what they did off the last scrum in the first half there.
Wait. Josh Curran, head in. Heads in. Break.
So Johnson will take the line on here. Williami flew through there, but Johnson held the ball. Oh, they kicked it short side. Williami has just dropped it with the line open. What a lovely option. They just couldn't quite execute.
Oh, it's a great short side play. And had that ball gone to hand, he was in for money. He's not looking in a comfortable spot at the moment, Williami. But he'd be disappointed with that one.
Well, that's a case of counting your chickens before they hatched. Everyone could see in the stadium. It was open, it was on. All they had to do was pass. It wasn't that easy. As you see down the short side, he bobbled a little bit, got a little bit too excited. You've got to catch that ball, as you said earlier on. Geez, it was on. Would have been hard, though. Warbrick came up and would have been in the passing channel.
Warbrick came in, and of course he was wide open on the left to run in the score. Williami just couldn't quite handle. So he got plenty of action in that game against the Tigers. He's still out there. He's pushing hard for a spot in the starting lineup for round one. Braden Williami, who was playing rugby last year in France. Perpignan.
Ball in, stay in.
Back playing rugby league now, the former Dragons, Seagulls and Eels player.
Let him up now. He's 10. Middle hold. No one.
Grant. Hit hard as Lewis.
Josh, get up. He's 10.
It's opposite number, Josh Curran. There's Loiero again, a hard-working back row. Young player come through the Storm system.
Hold it, hold. Go, short the 10.
Grant, lovely scoop up from dummy half, and Grant's off. And he's kept it alive beautifully here for Lewis. Now Munster. Beautiful short ball, Katoa is going to score against his old side. Wonderful Storm try. And it's all off the back of that superb breakout run by Harry Grant.
And it's exactly what the Storm need leading into the second half. The energy that they've been looking for, and it comes off the stalwart and the likes of Harry Grant here. You see, so quick at the bottom of the rack there. Marker's not in place early. Slices through a couple of tackles, able to keep the ball alive here. They shift it wide, and they find a good hard-angled run in from Ali Katoa, and he's through. No one's catching him.
Well, first of all, it's Harry Grant getting down the blind side. He saw the trigger. He saw that Sean Johnson was out. Not just was he playing for the penalty, but he knew he could just keep it alive and really put the Warriors on the back foot. Munster comes out. He's waiting for an opponent to bite defensively. At that time was Ronald Volkman. He turned his shoulders, he bit, and then the big man on the end of it with the big smile, Lesa Katoa. He's been good all day. He's been working hard for this Melbourne Storm side, and this time he gets just reward with a great try.
Great finish from Katoa. Yeah, Johnson, he knew he couldn't get in there and make the tackle. He wasn't square at marker.
Oh, it's smart play from Harry Grant, and that's why he's one of the best in the game in that hooker position.
Great combination from Munster and Katoa. So the Warriors rock back. Game on our hands now. Nick Meaney lining up this conversion attempt. Second season with the Storm after moving over from the Bulldogs, and there is kept that, squares the game up at 6 each early in the second half.
Now when you talk about formidable combinations that you've seen over the years, I think you're going to see that one then. That's the first time we've seen it live on TV anyway. Munster to Katoa. That's going to be one that we're going to see devastate many a side.
Still got 10 seconds.
So the Storm come back nicely after half-time. Big plays step up there with Grant and Munster.
Wait, hold, hold.
Creating beautifully the two World Cup players from last year for Australia. Good charging run by McDonald. And McDonald's got the penalty. Played 12 NRL games last year. And has earned his team a penalty right there. Alec McDonald. Storm have got this momentum back, haven't they?
Oh, I see what they're doing in terms of the yardage sets, you know, really getting up there in terms of their average set distance.
Four up there making the first tackle.
Go one. Come on, Derek.
Grant, nice and wide to Munster. Jordan Grant.
Release! Hold!
Just hanging on to it was Grant. Little inside ball from Jerome Hughes. Again, Melbourne starting to look a little more threatening. There's Grant. Lures a penalty out of Dylan Walker. Clever play by the hooker once again. Meany plays dummy half this time. Hands from Lewis. And that's a beautiful copybook tackle there from number 23 for the Warriors. And that's Bailey Sirenen who's out there in the second half. Jackson Ford, sensational first half from him. 24 tackles, 65 metres from 5 hit-ups. He's got a breather after a good run, a game and a half of footy over the last couple of weeks.
Oh, these back rows have been doing a whole lot of work. You can see the defence coming in there really strong as the Storm had just got that repeat set. So much needed possession for the Warriors.
Get out!
What? You haven't had any decent possession in the second half. But Noah Blake almost gallops through up the middle. Fast play the ball. Tailor-made for Dylan Walker. Here is another good run. And it's Walker really trying to spark things up. Egan to Johnson. Johnson hoist. That's going to be interesting. The bounce. It's not good. It's still the last play. Oh, that's beautifully done by Vailia. Volkman needing to go back. And it's finally taken by Yeremia. Now the defensive line's got to get set here for the Warriors, honey.
Here we are. Go to Adam.
Yeremia slips into the tackle.
Left shoulder, hold, wait.
Meany up in the line, Hughes. And Smith has dropped it and the Warriors have picked it up. By Ronald Volkman.
And it's Volkman again, obviously heavily involved in that last set. Get the turnaround there, got the kick in the 5th tackle. And now involved in that. It's much needed position here for the Warriors. Probably just a little bit of patience. Need to really get to their points to set up some shape and get into the good ball zone.
Important they get to their kick here, Monty.
Sure is. First time they've been down this end for a while. It's got a nice shape out the back. Let's see what unfolds.
Sirenen takes it to the 20. Egan for Noah Blake. The late offload is a good one. Here's Walker. Looking for gaps. Dylan Walker. Nicole Klukstar. Kick's got to be accurate here. In fact, they might run it. Johnson. Great hands. Martinez Lesniak. Well, he needed to execute that kick super quick, and he just had too much gas on it.
Well, we're seeing a little bit more ball movement. We noticed in the first half there's no offloads from the Warriors, and now we're seeing a little bit more offloading game coming in from the likes of Adam Blake, who's had a couple of really good runs, get some momentum going forward. And now the Storm, they do this so well. They build pressure, work through the middle.
They're winning the ruck speed at the moment, aren't they, honey? I tell you what, though, the collisions early on and the wrestling really did help the Warriors, but this side right now, in terms of Melbourne Storm, winning the tempo of that. Don't forget Nelson Asafa-Solomona's on soon, and he caused havoc against this Warriors side.
Here's Welch. Back out there, here he is, Nelson Asafa-Solomona. Great offload to Meany. Sniffing around the ruck there, Nick Meany.
Hold in the middle here, Josh. Go 3.
Here goes Grant again, who's been influential in the second half. Hughes, great pass. This is Warbrick. Will Warbrick. Power and pace. Oh, yes. What a terrific try by the former All Black Sevens player. And the Storm hit the front.
If you don't have a try, make sure Jerome Hughes is not held back.
Oh, the ref's going to have a look at this one, I think, but that was all class. Great individual effort from Will Warbrick out on that right edge. It's impressive. We're really starting to see signs of what this impressive athlete can offer the game of rugby league.
Beautiful from Hughes here. Created space for his winger beautifully, and Warbrick, a big, fast, powerful ball runner. Monty did the rest.
Oh, it's beautiful. That's how you play a short side. Jerome Hughes first holding up that pass when the flyer came out. Then he just picked up this man, and he made it look all too easy. Big, strong, well-balanced,
Zig tries confirmed.
Strapping winger, thinking this game of rugby league, you know, it's not too bad. I quite like it. because he can score tries.
Yeah, Will Warbrick, the All Black Sevens player from the Tokyo Olympic Games, born in Kawerau. Mongataha Chiefs player. This is his junior club.
Yeah, see the bunkers just having a look here. There's no interference from Jerome Hughes. Well, Volkman.
I think he's entitled to run his line, wasn't he, Honey?
Yeah, 100%.
Try has been confirmed by the bunker.
Good. Yeah, good.
Well, Warbrick playing for the Sunshine Coast in the Queensland Cup last year. 14 games to them, 10 tries.
Come on. Yeah,
The way he's going from last week and this week here, it looks like his NRL debut is probably 2 weeks away.
Yeah, very promising signs.
So 2 tries in the first 12 minutes of the second half for the Storm. And it's converted as well by Nick Meaney, who's 2 from 2 on the day. 12 points to 6 to the Storm. Now interest swings back to how the Warriors are going to handle this.
Well, they brought on Tohu Harris, Mitch Barnett. It's going to be a big way in helping them handle that in terms of leadership. Go forward, grunt, up front. It's going to do a long way to helping their course.
You'll have about 5 seconds on it.
Oh, very solid in the first half.
5 seconds. Kick.
Munster will take the first carry.
Help! Toe stand! Hold the 10! Hold, hold, hold! Go one.
Warriors in the second half.
Mitch Barnett, release!
Had a lot of possession.
Stand and play it. Hold!
Still really dominating that facet of play and making it count too with 12 points. Here's Asafa Solomona again, hit hard by Funua Blake. That offload again, has Hughes into the game again. Jerome Hughes almost through.
Hold, go for one, Marcus Good. Hey on, he's square. Last tackle, Ronald!
Still rolling forward here, the Storm, through Tyron Wishart, who's out there wearing 19. And there goes the kick from Jerome Hughes. Nickel Crookstart taking it nice and confidently. The Warriors fullback.
Hold, you're on top, Charms, hold! Go one.
Taking over the #1 jersey course from Reece Walsh. His Corsi. Well looked after by the Melbourne defence. Even that aspect of their game has picked up, Honey, as well, in the second half.
Yeah, it's been strong. You can see, really using the outside backs well to get through, to build some momentum, get through some yards and start some play some football at the right end of the field.
Walker. Nice delay pass to Harris. Harris on the halfway line now.
Last tackle, middle, hold, go. Nothing like Christian.
Johnson with the kick.
Adden, Tohu, Adden, give 10, Adden.
Meaney to start the next set. Now Dean Yeremia.
Adden, get up.
Chase there by Barnett and Funua Blake. Now Grant Anderson is out there now for the second half. So Xavier Coates, who came into this game perhaps with a little niggle, originally not named to start, Anderson was, but Anderson now out there for the second half. That's good line speed there by the Warriors. That Melbourne player's going nowhere on that play. He's going somewhere, isn't he? Nelson Asafa Solomona.
Hold, go for. Play on.
Wishart wrapped up nicely by Josh Curran.
Go, nothing late.
Hughes this time on the halfway line. So good defensive set by the Warriors on that occasion.
Adden, you need to be careful. Let him up, Eddie.
Got Crookstart.
Here we are. Hold, hold, go one.
Williami.
Stand now. Here we are. Nelson, Trent, go two.
Quite had the space, has he, this week?
Get up.
Braden Williami.
Wait, go through.
Step up in opposition. And quality on the other side of the field as Vailea takes a carry now.
Get up now. Here we are.
Looks like we're right in the grind of the game now, doesn't it? Funua Blake. Well looked after by the Melbourne defence that time.
Play it, Adam. Shorten it. Nothing late.
Volkman. 10-metre gain. That's an interesting kick. The bounce could be critical here. Warbrick did really well to get back and grab it. So this set 5 metres out. Now Volkman's down in back play. Looks like he's done something to either an ankle or a leg. That's a great gang tackle there by the Warriors. Looking to force that error off that Melbourne player. And Meany's not going anywhere fast from that run either. Wishards. Munster's just going to take the carry. Head clash there maybe between two players. He's got out of there, and Yeremia is going to run nice and hard into the Warriors defenders.
No advantage, high tackle.
And a high tackle's been ruled on Cam Munster.
I think it's Sean Johnson. The tackle slips up high on, but Volkman here is having a few issues after he sent that last kick up, but you can see here. Yeah, slide up there from likes of Sean Johnson. It's a shame, was a strong opening set for the Storm.
I think it came off the ball, still a little bit high though. I think underneath that ball, just in the rib cage would have been perfect. Had a good angle on him as well. You've seen now the look of Dylan Walker in the dummy half as a number 14, the specialist for this Warriors side. Wait, he can come off. Your thoughts on what you've seen out of dummy half from Dylan Walker?
Yeah, I think he's been impressive. You can see he's really trying to up the tempo. He's looking up. I see him add a bit of running game to his game out here.
Wishart at dummy half now off Loiero's run. Munster. Again, the Storm getting into field position for them to cook something up as we see Joe Chan run forward there. Loiero, nice little play. And here's Yeremia, who's looked pretty imposing and impressive on that left wing side for the Storm. And now he is maybe in a little bit of trouble after that collision.
Matty, just check there's not a hip drop. I got tackle 4.
Yeah, he definitely grabbed at his knee and went to ground there, but that was great ball movement from the Storm.
I can't hear you,
It's
boys.
not comfortable at all.
Thanks, sorry, guys.
Oh, yeah. Knee gets stuck under there, under Dallin.
Yep. Dallin, on report, penalty against you, hip drop.
Okay, hip drop tackle there on Watani Zelezniak.
Time off.
Looked like the injury more came from the collision with Vilea, didn't it? It's hard to...
Guys, have the drinks break now.
Look
Take
at
this
this
time. Have the drinks break.
Yeah, I'm not convinced it's a hip drop. I think it's more there as he's falling, and the knees buckles in under him.
That's right, honey, when you're getting big men running at speed, at different angles, under different fatigues, you get in various positions and some not ideal. There's no that way he went into that trying to employ the hip drop.
We're going to have a 3-minute drinks break now as we check out the highlights of the second half so far. It's been dominated by Melbourne. 2 tries. This one here set up by Harry Grant. Great little dab. In fact, it was much more than a dab, and that pass there ended up being absolutely critical because Munster, it was tailor-made for him to strike. And Katoa did the rest.
Yeah, look, you just can't be caught napping in and around that mark area because a player like Harry Grant will absolutely make you pay for that. But also just the line that Ali Katoa runs here, so big, so strong, had all eyes for the try line, and he's been good throughout this match.
And then a few minutes later, Hughes out to Warbrick. Warbrick had plenty to do here, shrugging off 3 tackles, and over went the winger.
Well, how good is this for Will Warbrick to come into the game of rugby league, and he gets to run off the likes of Jerome Hughes, who we know will set you up all day, and he just has to finish off, and that's exactly what he does. He's been all class.
So 2 tries to 1 in the first half. Dallin Watani Zelezniak scored the Warriors try, which is converted by Johnson. 6 points to 0, but since then Melbourne have struck back nicely in the second half. Let's have a look at what's coming up a bit later today. Tigers against the Raiders, that's coming up next on Sky Sport 4 from Belmore. Plenty more rugby league coming from the final round of the pre-season challenge, with the Bulldogs playing the Sharks at 7 o'clock, also at Belmore. And then the Dolphins and the Titans tonight from Redcliffe at just after 9 o'clock. And then, of course, we look forward to round 1 action in the NRL, where the Warriors will be playing the Knights in Wellington on March the 3rd. Really looking forward to the start of the new season. So play about to resume after the drinks break. And, the penalty against Dallin Watani-Zelezniak on report for it.
When you're ready, Young, let's go. While we're young, no tackles.
So now Welsh, great opportunity for Melbourne here to stretch their lead out to 12 points if they can. Here goes Lewis.
Mitch Barnett, release. 1 foot on the line. Hold.
Barnett risking another penalty there. Didn't get it. There's Garlick. Plays the ball. Out it comes to Wishart. Here comes Fa'alonga, who's out there.
Hold the line. Hold.
So Craig Bellamy getting plenty of interchange and reserve players. Out there now is Wishart. Put his foot down. He's on the 10. Garlick at dummy half. Going to have a little short ball to Welsh. Late offload to Garlick again. There's a gap there, but he's overcooked that one. That's as chewy as a $2 steak, that one.
Well, it's good goal line defence there from the Warriors, showing some resilience. And that's really what you're wanting from the Warriors, is just really to set up a good base and foundation. Their attack has been a bit clunky, but they'll be happy with that set.
Chance for Ed Corsi to come forward now.
Here we are.
I think, Monty, the Warriors just need a good solid set here to get to their kick.
Absolutely. Played down the right end of the field. They brought on some energy in young Ali Leatawa. We know what he can do with ball in hand. Fresh as well, so some repeat sets could help their cause. Same as this guy. Tane Tuopiki.
Pauo Tiki is out there, so is Freddie Lussick at dummy half. So now Andrew Edge has seen enough from his starters. He's giving some fringe players the opportunity, is Lussick. There goes the kick from Ben Farr, and it's just landed in the field of play. Ben Farr getting his second run out. The Warriors are 5'8". Former junior Panthers player, played for Wynnum Manly in the Queensland Cup last year. He's wearing 20 for the Warriors.
Behind the line, front foot. Play the ball, Josh. Go, no tackles.
So no Johnson. Just having a look who else has come off. Volkman's not there anymore, Monty, it looks like.
Mitch, release, Josh. Hold there. Locked up,
and
untangle.
also,
hold, go one. Play it on the mark, there.
Chance Nicole Krukstad has gone off as well with
Freddie, get him! Mitch. Hold left shoulder.
Tuautiki on at fullback. There's Asafa Solomona.
Hand, release the ball. Tohu, hold. Wait. Hold, locked it. Nelson, go, 3.
Here goes the Storm again.
Stand now.
Dart there from Bronson Garlick.
Hold. Go 4, better.
Welsh.
Last
Harris with the tackle.
Release the arm. Locked in, Christian. Release him.
Garlick waits at dummy half. There goes the kick from Pizzette, who's out there now. And it's fallen there for a Melbourne player. It's Xavier Coates again, who's come back out there for another stint on the field.
Play it, Xavier, you're on top.
Chan at dummy half here. Chan goes for a go at the line, and he can't get it down. Some pretty big defence there by the Warriors. And the penalty, in fact, it has been scored. Joe Chan has got the try. He somehow got it down there. How did he get that down? Well. I think I need to go and get my glasses checked. Honey, let's see.
Yeah, look, I think you see here, ball comes down. And for me, I think it's his first attempt. As you see, he gets in low here, and it's his first dive attempt at the line here. I think he quickly gets the ball in quite quickly just under there, and then they pull him back, but yeah, it's hard to see from that angle. But the ref looks like he's in a good position to call it straight away. You'll see it here. Get the ball out. Oh, ooh.
No, he didn't get that down. That's an elbow on the line, not the ball. Well, this is surely going to be overturned by the bunker.
Yeah, that's not down, that's not down.
No way that ball's down.
Are we checking grounding?
I think the crowd's just checked the grounding for you.
Checking grounding. Tackle 2. You got a player who played the ball or who had the ball?
Oh, this is another
Just wait, there's a decision.
simple one for the bunker to overturn, surely.
So Joe Chan, son of Alex Chan, who played for the Storm. And
the New Zealand players around the ball, just looking to see if the ball gets to the ground. The ball is held up at this stage and doesn't get to the ground. The New Zealand Warriors players then drag the player back into the field of play where he is held. He's held on tackle 2. We have a decision.
Do you have a player for me, Matty?
Well, look at the strength there coming in from Tane to Opiki. That was try saving.
A metre out, tackle 2.
Tackle, good position, gets in under, and then the drive.
Yeah, in particular too, because he made it for his error when he dropped the bomb. So did brilliantly there. So Joe Chan, you're right, son of Alex, who was a Kiwis player back in the day.
I've got backwards.
And there's a ball going backwards, picked up by Harris.
Let him run now!
And it's going to be Josh King with the ball, who the drop ball, and the Warriors are still in there. Lussick.
Exactly what you want from your team. When they have injuries, they don't shut up shop, they don't drop their heads. They fight to get back in, they transition to whatever needs to be done. This time they earn themselves a penalty, they come out of their own end.
Yeah, a high shot there on Tom Ali. And back rower. So Warriors picked their 7th penalty up.
Thanks, Ronald.
It's all been going crazy in the last couple of minutes. All in favour. The Warriors, no way, and that's kicked in the field of play. The 2nd touch penalty that's been missed in the game, and Warbrick's got it for the Storm. Can you believe that, honey? No way.
Oh, I was just about to say those young players that have come on, Lussick to Opiki, Roach, Ali have really changed the momentum for the team, but look at that, that's impressive.
Welch. Ditch the headband now. Here's Christian Welch.
Release, Tahu, get out! Hold 10. Wait, untangle, hold, go 3.
There's Bizet to the line. Chan again, Joe Chan, who's come over from Catalans in France.
Wait, guys, go for it.
He signed with the Storm in the off-season. Lewis inside the 20, last play here for Melbourne.
Go. Nothing late.
Wishart. Far longer with that kick. And it's tidied up by the new fullback for the Warriors, Tuaupiki. And he and far longer look alike. Wow. Lussick at dummy half. Here comes Dylan Walker.
Nelson, stand. Hold. Go through.
Lussick again. Montoya back out there now for a bit more action.
On the mark, Marcelo. Shot there. Go for.
Harris for the Warriors.
Last tackle, Marcus square. All the way. 14, hold. Go. Bronson, good. Nothing late.
There goes the kick from Paul Roach. He's out there getting another chance today. Taken by Fa'alongo. Here comes Xavier Coates. Chase is a good one by those 3 Warriors players who wrap him up, including Ali and Lussick. Also Ben Farr. It's Warbrick. Tell you what's really improved from the Melbourne Storm's perspective in the second half, and is their error rate. Their handling's really improved.
Yeah, really tidied that area up. You see again, Nelson always looking for that offload, but also they've upped the momentum, a lot more ball movement. Oh, it's the commentator's curse.
That was an error coming off the hands there of Josh King.
Middle scrum.
You just feel like the momentum is changing. Well, it's in the balance this game. Really good chance with a lot of young faces on, fresh legs for this Warriors side. Scrum, centre field, it's going to help, Glenn.
Yeah, you're right, Monty, but Warriors really haven't created a try-scoring opportunity in the second half at all, have they? Let's see if that changes now through Ed Corsi.
Young square. Hold.
Get an opportunity here as Josh Curran well to hold the ball there as those two Melbourne players flew out of the line to try and disrupt them. Here's Ali. Pressed with him last week against the Tigers. High work rate. Here's Harris. Movement at the line from Barnett.
Nelson, get up! Bronson square!
He's going to cook up here on the fifth play. He's going to keep it tight. Now they're going to have a crack. Dual Picky. Last play now for the home team. Here's the little kick, and it's nicely defended by Fa'alongo. And the Storm are going to have possession. They're going to come away with it. Tony Maitia hit hard. Just couldn't quite find the gap through that Melbourne defence with that little grubber did Freddie Lussick. Warriors keen to force an error out of this Melbourne lineup again as CC Fakula out there now, number 26. He's been promoted to the NRL's top 30 for the Warriors, the 18-year-old. Oh, there's a 40-20 attempt. There's a 40-20 attempt. Corsi racing back. And he's just Rochelle Tamarua, the touchy, has put her flag up. Boy, his toenail must have only just touched the line by an absolute feather.
Play the ball. Where do you want it?
I think there's a divot that you can see on the line. So I wonder if that confused Chris. No, surely she's there. I think this will be the shot that you can see. Oh yeah, absolutely. This is inside foot. Well done, Crystal Tamarua. On the spot, calls it right.
Oh, what a great kick that was, 40-20.
Middle's hold, play the ball, Josh.
Oh, big play there.
Play it.
That stat really favouring Melbourne now, 27-9, 3-1 in their favour. Tackles in the opposition's 20. Garlic. Big moment in the game here with 12 minutes to play. So King plays it in front of the posts. And they're just going to surrender the tackle there because they got that timing all wrong. Fa'alongo. Good awareness by the 19-year-old there to take the tackle. Here they come again. It's a big charge at the line. Nelson Asafa Solomona. I don't think he got it down, though. Referee's going to award the try. Well. Desperate defence by the Warriors. Else Nelson gets the try. And let's see if the tick is going to be confirmed by the bunker.
Well, he got the nod from the touchy to say, yes, it was down to 2-0 Picky. I mean, big body on little body. If he's able to defuse this one, that'll be a very impressive effort here. You see, ball come down, he gets under it. Yeah, looks like the tip of the ball might see the grass.
Nelson's been in some great form today. He just signs and drops the ball. It's been very good, but you can't let him be scoring a try like that far out, that individually, that easy. Taintoa Picky got underneath him, not able to help him. He got through a number of players to get across that line first.
Well, he's been standing wide of the ruck on this right edge in the second half. A bit more Nelson Asafa Solomona. Got over for 4 tries last year. This is a very typical Melbourne Storm performance, isn't it? Under the pump, but they come through, don't they? And the try is converted by Jonah Passett. 18 points to 6. Just got that ability to just switch on when they need to. They almost sense when the other teams just drop their standards a touch, honey.
Oh, and you can see the combinations really starting to come together.
Seconds.
You know, Big Nelson out there just causing havoc. And the ball movement's been sharp. They've dominated a whole lot of the territory in this first half. And the Warriors, although the defensive mostly has been strong, they really struggled to get out of their own half.
not really had any decent ball inside Melbourne's half in the second half.
Stand together. Hold pretty.
Strong tackle by Paul Roach. Harris finishing that one off for the Warriors. Wishart at dummy half for Melbourne. A lot of stars now on the sideline for the Melbourne Storm.
Tom, you good now?
Good run by Lewis. In fact, that's McDonald again. He's been impressive, hasn't he? Off the bench, Fa'alongo at dummy half. There goes Jonah Pizzette. Good play from him. Good kick from Smith. Challenges Marcelo Montoya. Looking for some space up the middle, Montoya.
Get up, square. 19, hold.
Pizzette's had some good touches too. New South Wales under-19s origin player from last year as well. 5'8", with huge promise. So we see Latawa forward now for the Warriors. Far plays of dummy half, and now Tom Ali.
Stand together. Lock in here when you try and hold. Go for.
Lussick, here's Afoa. Bunty Afoa, good leg drive by Bunty Afoa. His best run of the game. Right game, just his fourth hit up. There goes the kick from Roach. Looking for some space behind Fa'alongo, who's got it nice and comfortably here, the young fullback.
Jackson, get out. He's 10. Work. Hold. Hold. Go one.
Coates throws himself at R4. So 8 minutes to play, 3 tries to 1. Tries to Kator, Warbrick, and Nelson Asfa Solomona, all in the second half for the Storm. Warriors lead 6-0. There's Asfa Solomona again. Fantastic run. What a run that was. Creates all sorts of problems for defenders with that leg drive.
26, not square.
Now space up the middle for the Storm, perhaps. Last play now for Melbourne.
Nothing late. Hold on.
Here's Pizzette's kick. Look to put pressure. Might even find the grass. Oh, what a catch from Coates! And what a try! Absolutely superb by Xavier Coates. Try of the game right there.
Well, some of these new players coming into the Melbourne Storm system have been really effective. Pizzette, Wishart, and then the likes of Coates, who we know is a very classy footballer here. The timing of the kick from Pizzette there was bang, right on the mark. Big long reach out here from the likes of Coates as the Melbourne Storm really start to stretch out their lead.
Yeah, he's smiling. An awkward sort of a kick of into a set of 6, but tell you what, he got up nice and high, brought the ball down with his athleticism. Joe Pickey had to be on hand then, he had to be there to stop that. Also, Ed Corsi, he tried. Joe Pickey had to be there.
That takes some skill right there. Xavier Coates, outstanding. 22 points to 6. Second year at the Storm after the, of course, being at the Broncos. He had 6 Origin games under his belt too, Xavier Coates. So here's Jonah Pizzette, 20-year-old, trying to convert this try, and he's nailed that as well. 24 points to 6. That's 4 converted tries to the Storm now in the second half. Really flexing their muscles. Where they were at the start of the game, honey, with all those errors and handling problems. And fast forward to how they're playing right now and how they're executing right now. And it is very, very, very impressive.
Oh, huge improvement on the execution also, and just their ability to get through the middle of the park, running with real intent. One-off runners that pick up the momentum, quick play the balls, all the little things they seem to be nailing right now.
Release! Hold! Go one.
Tough game for the Warriors, Monty. A lot to take out of the game, though, too, do you reckon?
Move
Yeah, absolutely. Let's not forget the spine they're finishing with right now is very inexperienced, but throughout the match, same goes for the Melbourne Storm, but throughout the match, there's been glimpses of some good and surprising football, some changes from how they're being up defensively.
Untangle, play it.
A lot of resolve, but still, they want to be liking the score as it heads out now. Remember, this is the last chance before their first head out. March the 3rd down there in Wellington.
21, release. Here we are. Hold middle, hold top. Wait. Go for it.
Anderson plays dummy half.
Bunty,
running hard.
Get up.
There's Garlick this time.
Go now.
Wishart. There goes Pizzette. He's had some nice touches in this second half.
21, 24.
Montoya taken comfortably there by
14,
Chris Lewis.
Go now.
There's Corsi.
Untangle Bronson back to 10.
4 minutes for the Warriors to get something out of this game. It's Ford. Very impressive first half.
Stand together, 19 square. Hold. Wait, yeah, wait. Hold. Go through.
Lussick. There's our 4 once more.
Hold. Release the ball. Here we are. Hold with me. Hold. Go through.
Ali.
Tyron, get up.
Last play for the Warriors.
Nothing late.
There's Roach looking to put pressure on Coates. Good kick to the corner, but there's Xavier Coates. He's got everything you want in a winger. He's big, he's athletic, and he's fast. Pretty much like the other winger, Will Warbrick. Tournament here. Now Alongo again. Maipia. And a good run coming on this right flank this time from Warbrick again.
Release the ball.
Very good run from him. Good solid game he's had. There goes Tonu Maipia. Looking for some cheap meters on that right edge and getting them. Smith plays dummy half. King holds the ball this time. In fact, that is Jordan Grant, rather.
Nothing late.
Here's Pizzette. Caught in possession almost. And they get some play going here, the Storm again. Kick and chase is going to be challenging here for Tuaupiki, and he's done brilliantly there.
Ready him up now. Here we are. Hold, go one. Second mark.
Far at dummy half. Now Montoya.
Untangle. Here we are. Hold, go two. Shoot it good.
Corsi bounces out of Loiero's tackle.
Up together.
Finished off
Trent.
by McDonald.
All the way, Tyron. Hold,
And
go,
Garlick.
Trent.
The referee's going to penalise Melbourne for offside play.
Marks here, guys. We can go. On the 40, Rochelle, on the 40.
Roach fights touch.
Behind the line.
Walker still out there. And so is Jackson Ford.
Stand
Well handled
now.
that time by the Melbourne defence.
Hold, go one.
Roach, R4.
Catch the ball, 1, 2. Release now. Hold, go two.
Lussick goes for a run, far. Still in possession of the Warriors with Sifi Kula.
Release immediately. Hold, go.
That's Leatawa. Roach looking for R4 on the inside. Lussick's got it.
Bronson,
Looking for a bit of looking for positive finish here, honey.
Yeah, really needing the halves to step up here, get a bit of direction going,
Last tackle,
get to their point so they can set up here to get
left shoulder, hold.
last tackle option.
Lussick, far, nice and flat to the line. Leatawa. Again, trying hard to get to the line, but he can't get through.
Change over.
The young setter, 20 years of age, almost getting through, but not quite. So the Storm hang on. And will the Warriors get another set?
Stand now, middles, hold.
Try and get a consolation try. Oh, the Storm break out here through Fa'alongo.
2. Stand now. Hold Tom. Marcus square. Hold. Wait Tom. Good.
Both coaches wanting all these players to play right to the bitter end of this game.
Stand now.
Still looking for effort.
Go through. Brilliant.
And that's what these Storm players are playing with at the moment. Lots of effort.
Middles hold. Bunty. One step hold. Go forward.
Wishart. Pazette on the inside. Far long all. Almost tackled early there, but the timing was pretty good from Roach in the end.
Nothing right.
It's Pazette going high again. Might have been knocked forward there by that Melbourne player, and it has been.
Change over. Play the ball. Marks here.
We'll get one more opportunity. But they're going to have to go from 70 metres.
You'll play the ball. Let's go, both feet.
Well, you mentioned it, Glenn, it comes down to effort errors. And remember that a lot of these young players are still playing for spots in the top 30. They're playing for opportunity to play in the NRL and really put some pressure on some of these senior players.
Move now. Middles hold.
Of course,
hold. Go to.
With that carry.
3.
Now up 4, right on the halfway line again.
Work with me. Hold. Hold. Go through.
So these last 15 seconds, what can they cook up here?
Stand up. Here we are. Hold. Go for.
There's Sifakula now up 4. Can't quite get the pass right to Ben Farr. Lussick. Last second. And the Warriors in with a flourish here. Sifakula. And Lussick's just going to take the tackle. A really good second half performance from Melbourne. Has got the Premiership heavyweights. The win here in Christchurch. 4 converted tries in the second half. Too good for the Warriors. And it's the Storm that win this game by 24 points to 6.